Hi my fellow Saggies, welcome back to the channel. I am going to do the weekly reading for next week from the 12th of Feb to the 18th of Feb. I've already pulled the oracle card, so I'll get straight into it. We are doing things a little bit differently this time, but I'll explain it as soon as we get to that point. So I get very excited to do Sagittarius readings, don't tell other guys, because obviously it's also seeing my next week, so I get very excited. So we have come to the edge. And this card is like the full card, except it kind of guarantees that whatever is, whatever you're scared to do, don't be scared. Have the courage to kind of just take that leap of faith and do it anyway, even if you're scared, because it's going to bring a lot of happiness and joy. Then we have the new moon eclipse, and it says expect powerful change. So with this card, it basically says that whatever you want, you can have. But that right now it might be a time of you being kind of uncomfortable and in an awkward feeling of, like you're feeling not very safe right now. Maybe that's why you're scared to jump in, and it means that that's okay to feel uncomfortable, because this uncomfortable feeling is bringing in, you see behind that, all the light shining behind that eclipse. That's what it's bringing in. It's bringing in something new that is just going to be exactly what you need. So don't be stressed. Expect that that's coming for you. And then we have the brown bear spirit, which says take time out. So this card is about how you need to just rest, because if you're constantly taking action, you're not having time to just breathe. And it even says to, sleep, because you can dream in your sleep, or to just take time out to rest so that you can actually clear your mind and strategize. What are your next goals? What do you next want to manifest in your life? What do you want to do next? So take that time, because action is going to come shortly after that. But for now, rest while you can. Do not take action this week towards your goals anyway. And then we have the Three of Pentacles as your energy for the week. And the Three of Cups was at the bottom of the deck, which tells me that there's probably going to be lots of people around you this week. Maybe 2 or more people around you this week. But this card is about teamwork, it's about collaboration, it's about you putting in effort, other people putting in the same amount of effort, and you guys all feeling valued with your skills, with whatever you bring to the table. You could also be very focused on work this week, which maybe is why it's telling you just breathe, take a rest, basically. So this is where things get a bit different. I am going to pull a 9 card tarot spread for you, and you guys can let me know which one you prefer, the last week's one or this week's, and I'll do that going forward. So what do we need to know for Sag? We have the Ace of Swords opening the reading. I'm going to have to overlap, so sorry if you're OCD. We have 7 of Wands. We have the World. We have the Moon. We have the Queen of Wands at the center of your reading. Love that. We have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the 4 of Wands. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the 9 of Cups as the outcome. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. We have the 2 of Wands. And we have the 6 of Wands. Victory. Okay. So we're going to go through the bottom of the deck first. You have the Hierophant, the 2 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands. The bottom of the deck are things that you either don't see coming or that are happening in the shadows right now. Firstly, you could be having some sort of spiritual journey that you're on at the moment. Maybe you might have a spiritual teacher, or you'll meet someone who's very spiritual who's going to help you on your spiritual journey. That's not coming yet, and they're going to help you plan what it is that you want next to bring you this victory. Or this is some sort of traditional commitment that is coming in for you, that you have previously wanted to bring in, and it's going to bring you the support that you need. They're going to put you on a pedestal, or you could be like in the limelight in some way if it's got to do with the career. So those are things coming in, right? That's what's happening if you come to the edge and take that leap of faith, and don't be scared. Then at the center of your reading, we have the Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands is like the hot girl summer energy. it is a feminine energy. Doesn't mean that that is a woman specifically. Can be anyone, but just feminine energy. But this is someone who is just completely feeling like in her power. Like she is the witch of the tarot as well. So she's in the position, you see how she has that fire in her hand, and the wands there, wands represent fire. So she's in the place where she is just nurturing her desires, nurturing her wants. She is in a place where she is just feeling like she can help herself. She's driven, she can help other people to empower them, like usually other feminine energies as well. But this is where the situation or the feeling that you're at next week. So you are in a very good energy. Let's see, how did you get here? So you got here because there was some sort of clarity or maybe a communication that brought you a fresh perspective. You know exactly what it is that you are doing next, and that's why you're like, okay, you know what, if that's not working out or whatever that was, that's fine. I'm gonna just be myself. I'm gonna bring out my best qualities. I'm gonna just have fun, and I'm gonna go to whatever it is that I want. So you had some sort of clarity or some sort of conversation that brought clarity or a new fresh perspective. We also have the World here, so you could have completed some sort of cycle. Maybe that's why you're so happy, because you're like, okay, it's done, I'm finished. I now can actually plan what's next because we're finished with this one and I have the fulfillment. I know exactly what's next. We do also have the Four of Wands here. This could have to do with some sort of relationship, or it could have to do with your stability in some sense. Maybe it had to do that you feel like you need to have more fun as well. And that's why you're being the Queen of Wands now. And then also you want happiness, which is why you're in this energy right now. So this is also your outcome, ultimate happiness. The Nine of Cups is the baby sun, so it brings you wish fulfillment, and we'll go into that a bit more later. So we have the Seven of Wands here, and the Seven of Wands is in the position of the 3D world or your work. It's basically in the Pentacles position, right? So you could be at a place where you feel like you need to stand up for yourself, either in work or against someone in general in the 3D world. Or you could be feeling very protective of yourself, of your energy, like you're not wanting to let anyone in, and you're kind of setting boundaries, like no one can come, no one can disturb my peace type of thing. So that's a really good energy to be in. And then we have the Moon here. So the Moon is your emotions. You could be in a place where you feel like you're being very intuitive. You feel like you need to trust your intuition. It could also be fears or fear related. You could be a little bit anxious or fearful of something. Sorry, Sag, I just had a coughing attack. I'm a bit sick still. So we have the Moon. Like I said, this could be a fear of something. This could be anxiety. This could be that you feel like you need to trust your intuition, or you might feel like something's hidden, like you want to know the truth. So that could be how you feel next week, but that is also how you got to this point as well, which I'll explain later. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles in your thoughts. So the way you're thinking, what you're valuing this week, your ideals, you are very much thinking about what can I do to master myself, to master a skill, to work on where I want to be. What can I do to kind of basically work on myself, on my finances, on my next steps, on my goals. That's the position that you're in. You're wanting to work on everything. You're thinking about what you can do to work on everything. You might be thinking also about studying something, because that is mastering a skill. So you could be wanting to study something or learn something new to be able to get to the point where you're at. And then at the Queen of Pentacles is in the position of the Wands, which is your drive, your desires, your passion. You at the moment are very focused on, you want to love yourself, you want to nurture yourself, you want to give yourself self-care, you want to also nurture and care for others because you're feeling fulfilled, so you want to give that back to others. So you're empowering other people, also again feminine energies. You are also nurturing other people. This is nurturing everyone usually. And you are in the position where you kind of just enjoying all the hard work that you've put in, and you're in the place where you're like, okay, again, no one can kind of kill my vibe. I'm focused on what I want. I'm focused on what I like. This is also a card of fertility. So with Valentine's Day coming up, you know, then we have, like I said, the outcome. The outcome is the Nine of Cups. So that is where you're going to. But let me go into this a little bit more. So in the past, maybe last week, this is the recent past, or the past couple of weeks, right? There's something that you were very anxious about, something that you were fearful about, something that you feel was hidden, that you got clarity on, which gave you a new perspective and made you feel like, okay, it could have had to do with a relationship, like I said, because this is usually a soulmate twin flame card, or some sort of commitment. It could also have to do with some sort of stability, but you decided, you know what? I want to be stable. I want to be stable with myself, and I want to have fun. So you became this Queen of Wands, and you were like, you know what? Effort. That's literally what this Queen of Wands is. Effort. I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to support myself. I'm going to support other people. I'm going to be that independent woman. Like, that's the Queen of Wands, right? You're also like, nobody can touch me. I don't care. Like, either you can come at me, but I will stand up for myself and I will defend myself. And then with the Queen of Pentacles, you're also in the position of, I'm looking after myself. I'm looking after the people that are closest to me. I'm doing the daily tasks. I'm in my complete element of just looking after myself and nurturing myself right now. And then coming up, like I said, we have fulfillment. We have the end of whatever this cycle was, because you have gotten that clarity. You've been working on yourself. It's the end of that cycle, and you can actually have the fulfillment that you want and have some sort of completion there within yourself. You're going to be working on yourself, on your skills, on the 3D world. You could be working on bringing in money, or bringing in some sort of studies to be able to get abundance in some way, and then you are going to get complete wish fulfillment. Whatever you want, all you need to do is take that leap after you've rested, and you will have that powerful change that we spoke about there. It's uncomfortable getting there. You do have to be defensive of your energy. You do have to fight for what you believe in. You do have to stand up for yourself, but you have everything it takes to do that, especially Sag. Like Sag, we are fiery people, so don't ever come at us. But I'm telling you now, once you get past this phase, the very next phase is all your desires coming in, fulfillment, working on money and love and that type of thing, and bringing in everything that you actually want. So that's great. I just want to see, is there anything that we need to clarify? Let's clarify the moon here as your emotions for next week. What is this about? What are you fearful of, or what do you feel is hidden, or what is your anxiety here? King of Cups, Lovers. Oh, sorry, I have to hide that because YouTube doesn't like the naked people. 10 of Wands and Page of Cups. Okay. What's stressing you out or making you fearful is that you feel like something that was really burdening you, very likely to do with love, or some sort of decision that had to be made, that you had to, basically, you were afraid of being emotionally mature and sticking up for yourself. Give me a minute. Oh, we have the Fool at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So this is some sort of, you were worried to kind of make the decision to let go of whatever this is that hurt you, to know that you need to protect your emotions and look after yourself and be kind to yourself and to others and that type of thing. And you need to kind of start the journey of loving yourself, loving what you do, and just admiring the position that you're in at the moment, because you are taking a leap of faith and jumping into some sort of new beginning. So you feel like this also could be an apology. I don't know if someone apologized to you, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. or Gemini energy as well. But I think it has to do with you leaving behind some sort of burden. You made the decision to leave behind some sort of burden. Maybe the person that you thought was meant to be your person, but it turns out that they were nothing but a page, basically. So you're like, okay, enough's enough, I'm done. You got the perspective that you needed to move on. If it's got to do with the job, then you also, again, you felt like you needed to make a choice to leave behind something that was making you feel very burned out, and you feel like you need to follow your heart in your next goal. So you're going to take baby steps towards what it is that you feel is the best thing for you going forward. So let's get some advice then, Sag, for next week. Any advice? Okay, we have the moon again. So trust your intuition and don't be scared. We have the Six of Pentacles, which is about give and take. So be balanced. Don't hold everything back. Basically, do a little bit of like where it says the bear was like, you know, that you need to take a rest, and whereas this is saying like, you know, come to the edge, just jump straight in, don't even think about it. You need to balance those two energies, basically. Give and take. You might receive help from someone or need to help someone. We have the Hermit, so focus on yourself. You could need to retreat and rest with that bear energy as well, and just kind of shine your own light. And then we have the Four of Swords, which is also about resting, retreating, rejuvenating, and then when you're ready, you can come out and fight the world again. So let's lastly get you a romance angel for the week for Sag. We have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So don't let anyone fool you. You are the Queen of Wands right now. You're the Queen of Pentacles. You're the Seven of Wands. Don't let anyone with red flags come anywhere near you. You are mature enough now to know what to expect and what to avoid. So pay attention to those red flags. Okay, so that's all that I have for you guys. I hope it resonated. If it did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And I'll see you guys again next week. Take care.